Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show. If you have a minute, I have an opinion. Today I visited the crossroads of the world in Times Square, New York. I was looking for good pizza, and I stumbled across John's Pizzeria, which is one of the older pizzerias in the area, open since 1997. Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show, and today I'm at John's Pizzeria. It's in Times Square, and I really am excited coming here because it's one of the older pizzerias in New York, opened in 1997. I can't wait to give their pizza a try. And if their pizza is as good as their brethren down in Bleecker Street, that would be great. As I walked into John's, I quickly recalled reading that it is one of the largest pizzerias in America. I was guided to a small dining area in front of the restaurant by a window. I was seated comfortably, and soon the waiter served me quickly. Be sure to stick around, because later I'll show you the unique and grand dining area in the back. You don't want to miss it. Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show, and today I'm in Times Square, and in Times Square there's a restaurant called John's Pizzeria. It's an offshoot of a very famous pizzeria on Bleecker Street called John's of Bleecker Street. From what I've read, they have no association, just a bloodline that goes from one pizzeria owner to another pizzeria owner. But this location, I'm hoping, is as good as the one on Bleecker Street. I took a look at the menu. The menu is, very reasonable for Times Square. As you all know, Times Square has plenty of tourists. There's plenty of people walking around. You would suspect that the prices would be a bit high. Well, the prices are a little higher, but I suspect that the entrees are probably going to be larger and probably serve family style. Today I'm only going to order 2 items because I'm by myself. We'll judge from the size of what I get and perhaps extrapolate it to the other items. I really want to focus on the pizza, and the reason why I want to focus on pizza is because this is pizzeria. So we're gonna try the pizza, and we're going to try the fried calamari. Those are my 2 favorite items out of any Italian restaurant or pizzeria. Okay, now it's time to take a look at the John's Pizzeria menu, and we start off with some salads. We have a house salad, antipasto, spinach salad, and also there's some appetizers. You have the garlic rolls, pizza rolls, fried calamari, bruschetta, mozzarella wedges, and spicy wings, and other items. Next we have the entrees. The entrees are the chicken parm and things of that sort. You have some sandwiches, some meatball parmesan, eggplant parmesan. You have side orders, and then you have different types of pasta. There's their pasta list, and it contains quite a few choices. And over here we have the pizzas. That's what we're here for. So the pizza toppings are $5 per item, and also we have different types of pre-made pizzas, like the traditional, the margherita, just different base pizzas, and they all start at around $20, and they go up from there. If we take a closer look at the pizzas start with different prices depending on the base model. So for example, the traditional starts with 6 slices, a 14-inch for $23.50, and the large is $26. And if you add a topping, that will be $5, as you can see over here. They have a very good selection of toppings. Finally, we have a list of their drinks. We have martinis, cocktails, and frozen drinks. And then on the back we have your traditional wine and beer selection, and some soft drinks. Sodas are a reasonable $3.25. I should also note that most of the items on the menu, on the entrees and the pastas, range between $18 to, let's say, $30. So it is very reasonably priced. I was led to come here because I've seen other influencers. They said that the restaurant location, this restaurant, is inside a former church, and it's very grand. I was actually led to a seat that is right in front of the street, is on street level. It's away from that big grand area. I'm going to take a walk in there later on and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, the first dish that came to my table is my appetizer, and this is the fried calamari. When I take a look at it, it actually looks pretty plain. There's not a lot of herbs that I see on the fried calamari. I'm going to rip it open and take a look. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's nice and springy. Hopefully not too rubbery, but it feels like there's a good texture to it. The plate is reasonably sized. It's not gigantic. I paid $20 for this. Hopefully it's as good as it looks. Okay, now's the time to try the fried calamari with the marinara sauce. Here's the fried calamari. They all come in rings. There are no tentacles. So let's try the calamari ring. I'm going to dip it into the marinara. And let's try it. Okay. The marinara has a nice acidic flavor to it. It's not very sweet, which I appreciate. A lot of restaurants put sugar into their marinara. This one doesn't. It's very nice. Nice acidic. Cuts through the fat in the calamari. One thing that I noticed about the calamari is that it's not oily. They do a great job not making this oily and greasy. This is a very nice dry batter, and it doesn't retain any of that oil. It's great. Another thing that I noticed is that the salt level is medium to low, so it's not very salty either. But on this table, you have some salt, and you also have some pepper that you can add on your own. So that could be done to your taste. This is perfectly fine on its own. You don't really need the marinara, but I like to be fancy and eat it with the marinara. Very nice. The texture of the squid is actually very good. It's easily chewable. It breaks apart when I chew it. It's fresh. That's very important. Nothing much to complain about. The only thing is that you might need a little more salt. But besides that, everything is perfect. You have the nice high quality marinara, and you have the non-oily calamari with good texture. That's all I can ask for. Okay, now let's take a look at the pepperoni pizza. This is a small pepperoni pizza. I believe the base pizza was $21, and you add on $5 for the pepperoni, and that would make it $26. This comes in 6 slices, and yeah, there's plenty of pepperoni, and there's that nice white cheese on the pizza. Now, let's take a look at the bottom of the slice. Okay, now you see the black spots on the bottom? That is the sign of a very hot pizza oven. And from what I've read, this is a coal-fired pizza, which means that they just stick it into the oven quickly, and within a minute or so, your pizza is done. We're going to give this a try very soon. Okay, here's the slice of pizza on my plate. Now this looks like one good slice. From what I could see, I think the entire pizza is between 12 to 14 inches in diameter. So yeah, it's reasonable for a small pizza. Okay, now's the time to try the pizza. I can feel from the crust here that it's nice and crispy. So let's take a bite of the crust. It's crispy, not crackly, but crispy. The crust itself has a nice chew to it. And if you take a close look at it, it's not the paper thin crust. It's about a 1/4 inch thick, in my estimation. There's plenty of pepperoni on this. Now let's try the pepperoni. Okay. Very good. This pepperoni is definitely not the supermarket style pepperoni, because the supermarket style pepperoni has more of the white spots on it. Look how red this is. This is super red. So it doesn't give off as much oil as the stuff that you get from the supermarket. And when I hold the pizza like this, oil isn't dripping off from the side of the pizza. So that's pretty good. score 1 for John's. Very nice. We will try the cheese by itself. I'm gonna rip off a piece of cheese. Here goes the cheese. It's a nice super white cheese. Probably mozzarella. That is high quality cheese. I can tell that it's high quality cheese because when you have low moisture mozzarella, it chews very well. It's not like chewing a wad of gum. It actually chews very well, and it disintegrates. You bite it and it dissolves. That is high quality mozzarella. And I must add that the John's at Bleecker Street, that's also low moisture mozzarella, and I've tried it there many years ago, and that was the one aspect that jumped out at me when I ate their pizza for the first time. I think this is the low moisture mozzarella. Yeah, indeed it is. The thing about low moisture mozzarella is that it also has a very strong dairy flavor. It's like you're drinking a cup of milk when you have this type of mozzarella. Sometimes factory-made mozzarellas lose their milky consistency or their milky flavor, but this one definitely keeps it. Yeah, I can immediately say that these are quality ingredients. Definitely a keeper. I want to point out the herbs that they provide for you on this table. So you get the basic pepper and salt, and then you also get the red pepper flakes along with the oregano. Another thing that you should be aware of is that this pizza can be held in the hand. No need for a fork and knife. They do provide the fork and knife here, but this can be held in the hand and eaten with your hand. Wonderful. In the end, I could only finish 2 slices. The kind servers did an amazing job wrapping my leftovers in aluminum foil. There's another thing that I should mention about the restaurant, that they do not serve slices. You have to order an entire pie. So remember that. John's Pizzeria is located inside a building formerly housing a church. The space is quite grand, occupying 2 levels, both with open dining areas. Here's a wonderful ornate ceiling with a grand staircase leading up to the 2nd level. Okay, the meal is over, and what a meal it was. I only ordered 2 items, but I think I ordered the 2 items that most people would order, which is the calamari and the pizza. I have to say that of both items, the star of the show was the pizza. Now, I've had calamaris that were excellent, that were awesome actually, at other Italian restaurants, but this pizza surely beats the best. In fact, it's one of the best pizzas I've had this year. It's very similar to the pizza that you get at John's. This stands on its own by itself. It's an excellent pizza. I can immediately taste the quality ingredients, the nice quality pepperoni, the nice low moisture cheese, and the nice crispy crust that doesn't crackle, that isn't too thin. I really appreciate that. They hit on all 3 elements perfectly. To say that, coming to Times Square, you're eating tourist food, this place might be a tourist place, but you know what? This is actually an awesome slice. Much higher quality, I'm ashamed to say, than the places near where I live. So this definitely beats your dollar slice. It beats a lot of neighborhood pizzerias. It's just high quality with every bite. Thanks again for watching the Minute Review Show, and if you are interested in restaurants in Manhattan, please check out my playlist right here. I'll see you again in my next video. The final bill was $54.84.